In this video, I'm going to provide you with a complete guide for filming your Summer Institute course videos. I hope you find it easy to follow and helpful. We're going to be splitting the video into three major topics. The first one is going to talk about getting ready for filming, then we're going to move into filming, and finally, we're going to be discussing how you guys are going to be delivering the material for me to edit. Are you ready? Yalla! So how do we get ready to film? We're gonna do a checklist of 10 items or 10 things that you need to do before you start filming. The first thing is going to be the items that you're gonna need or the hardware that you're gonna need to film your video. So if you have a camera, that would be great. It would be a plus. So use the camera if you have it. If not, and I do prefer that you actually use your phone. I happen to have an iPhone. It doesn't have to be the latest edition of an iPhone. Most iPhones do deliver amazing footage. So use your phones. If you don't have an iPhone, use like a Samsung or Huawei, whatever it is that you have, would deliver great content. Most of the new phones now have great cameras. So you need a fully charged phone that is on airplane mode. So make sure you turn off all the notifications. You don't want to be interrupted. Second of all, you need a tripod. If you don't own a tripod, just let me know. I can provide you with one of these. The school has some. You need lighting, and I have some lighting. I'm using it at the moment. And you finally need a mic, okay? We need the sound quality to be really, really good. So the school has some of these mics. Let me know, I can provide you with one. And if you're using an iPhone, you're gonna need this adapter. Most of the phones have this adapter with it. If not, just let me know, we can figure it out. So after you prepared all the items you need to film, we're gonna go to the second point, which is the most important one. And I know you guys have been working really hard for the past few weeks to develop your content. Make sure the major point that you want to discuss in your video to be ready, that you have enough in mind to talk about it. And if you feel that you have certain points you want to cover, feel free to use some talking points, just like what I'm using now. Like I wrote some points that I want to cover during this video, so I wrote them in a notebook. Even if you feel, if you don't feel comfortable talking freely in front of the camera, you can write a script. Like you don't have to do that, but if you feel more comfortable to have a written script, feel free to do so. And you can just like put it right underneath the camera where it doesn't, it's not gonna show, and you're gonna be able to read it there. So if that's something you need to do that. Just choose any method that you feel comfortable, but make sure your flow is really going because I'm gonna be asking you to provide me with single shots for the whole thing. Even if you make mistakes, I'm gonna give you later some tips for how to do it and how to deliver one shot video. For the third point, where are we going to film? What is your filming set? You don't have to stick to one filming set for the whole course, but if you keep some points in mind while choosing your set. For me, I provided you with a good example for what a good filming set would be. So this is an area where it's not really echoey. I have some stuff in the background. It's not really plain or boring, but it's not also distracting. You don't want to have the viewer be distracted with whatever is behind you, like a moving curtain or even a bus or like people passing by or sound of birds. You want to be the major focus of this video. So make sure to keep that in mind, but also keep it fun. So if you have stuff related to the material that you're providing, make sure it's there, but make sure it's not too much and it's not overwhelming. And if you're filming outside, if you choose to film outside, please make sure that you keep in mind the wind. You don't want to have really strong wind. This mic has like this piece on it where it helps really with the wind, but if it's really too much, I'm not going to be able to hear you. So make sure you do a test before you start filming, and keep in mind or be aware of the wind. Even if you want to do a voiceover of the video, that would be amazing. If you want to do a voiceover, just film the footage and then we can connect the video and the audio together. For the fourth point, what camera do we use? For now, I'm using the front camera because I don't have anyone to help me, but I do prefer that you use the back camera. The back camera provides better quality footage, but if you don't have anyone to help you, just use the front camera. It would be fine and the quality is not that bad. For our fifth point, I know this sounds really simple, but sometimes we would forget about it, but it's a trick that everyone needs to do. Make sure you wipe your camera with some kind of tissue or like a cotton pad or something. It's gonna make a difference in the quality of the footage provided. So don't forget to wipe your camera every time you use your phone to film. Tip number 6. Please make sure you use the landscape mode while filming your videos. No portrait mode videos, because it's gonna look really weird if we edit it. So please make sure you use landscape while filming. For tip number 7, I mentioned that before, while filming outside, if your location is outside, but also if you're filming inside. Before you start filming, make sure that you do a check or a test for your audio. Film a short 15 to 20-second video, listen to it, see if there's anything that you want to change, and then you can go ahead and start filming your video. Tip number 8. Make sure that you set your video quality to high definition. You can just go to settings in your iPhone and then go to camera and then you choose HD mode. I don't need, like, there's a higher mode, there's a 4K mode, but the size of the videos are gonna be really, really big, so we don't need that. HD would be more than enough. And make sure that you have enough space on your phone before you start filming, because you're gonna need all the space you have. Make sure your phone is on flight mode. Do not forget to put your phone on flight mode. You're gonna have some access to Wi-Fi during that, but you don't want anyone to call you and interrupt you while you're filming this video. Tip number 10, how to lock the settings on your iPhone or your phone. So make sure you press and hold using your finger, just like press and hold on the screen, on your face. Just sit in the area that you're gonna be sitting at, press and hold on your face, and this will until like something called AEAF lock appears, and this means that the settings are locked at all times. No matter how much you move, you will always be the item in focus. So this is really important. So after finishing up the checklist we mentioned before, we now head to filming. But before that, we're going to be discussing some few points that will help us to finalize getting ready for filming. So now your location is ready, lighting is ready, and I do prefer that you use artificial lighting because it's more consistent, like it doesn't really change. If you're filming for long hours, it's gonna be the same thing for all the videos. Your mic is ready, you did the video test, we approved the sample that you sent us. You're now gonna go and film. But few more tips to use before filming is the camera angle. So make sure your camera angle is at the same level as you. You don't want your camera to be really, really low. Trust me, you don't want this angle. Anjad, wallah, do not film from this angle, and you don't want it to be really, really high. If your tripod is short, it's not long enough, you can use some books to raise it, or just like find a place where you can put it at, but make sure it's a stable place. And during filming, make sure that you guys keep looking straight at the camera. Do not look at the screen. Now I'm looking at the screen and you guys feel that I'm not addressing you. But when I look at the camera, it looks like you're addressing the viewer. So make sure you look at the camera at all times. And then your body language. How much body language do we need to use? Feel free to use your hands to express yourself and move around, but make sure you're a bit stable. So I've been using my hands during the video, but don't overuse your hands. You don't want to be like this all the time. You want to use your hands just to add some kind of movement and just to make your video feel alive as much as possible. So use it, but make sure you use it wisely. We need to be really mindful of what to wear while filming. So as you guys see now, I'm wearing a solid color. Solid colors usually are really, really helpful and look really nice on camera. So if you have something with lavender or like white or like some of the nice colors that are really, really calm, that are not really strong, that are not calling for attention, that would be really helpful. I would ask you to refrain from wearing something with a lot of patterns, with stripes and all of that. That would create some kind of noise on the video while filming. So make sure you wear a solid color or something with patterns that would not distract the viewer and would keep the main focus on you and you only. The most important thing for you guys to do is, and I would really, really, really love you if you do it, just give me 30 seconds of silence at the beginning of each video. That would help me edit the logo, the name and whatever. It would be really, really helpful. And I would also ask you to film one shot. Like what I mean by one shot is basically turning on your camera and just like finishing the whole thing, even if you do mistakes. Yes, even if you do mistakes. If you do a mistake, you just simply need to stop, not stop the camera, you stop, and then start from the beginning of the sentence. So basically, give me 10 seconds before you start and then do that. So let's say I said, if you need to prefer, blah, 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 and then, oh my God, I made a mistake. So I would go again, stop for 3, 4, 5 seconds, and then go, if you want, and then go on. That would give me some time to cut and stitch the two videos together. So please keep that in mind while filming. It would be really, really helpful. And other than that, I guess you guys are ready. Are you ready? Okay, go film and then finish this video so you would know how to deliver the material for me. Before hitting the last part, one last question that I know you guys are gonna ask is if you can use Zoom. My answer would be no. I would ask you to refrain from using Zoom for one reason, which is the quality of the footage that comes out from Zoom is really low. And for the purpose of the Summer Institute courses, we're trying to produce content that looks really professional with high quality, so no Zoom. You can use Loom if you would like to record or screen record a presentation or talk over a presentation. But there's downsides for Loom that I don't like is that if you want to move from one screen to another, you cannot hit pause. You're gonna have to keep filming until the end. I found another application called Screencastify. And I tried it. It's amazing. The good thing about it that there's a pause button. It has more features. So I'll include a link in the email below for you with a video of detailed explanation of how to upload the application and use it. So feel free to use it. And that's it for now. And for the final point, how do we deliver the material for Ustada? You guys need to deliver the material in high quality for me to edit using something called WeTransfer.com. WeTransfer.com. If you have any kind of presentation that you want to include in the video and you want to do a voiceover, if you want to deliver your videos, or if you want to do any kind of screen recording, everything needs to be delivered for me using WeTransfer, which is free to use. I will also include the link for you below. Other than that, I think I covered everything. Please let me know if I can help you in any way. And I would be waiting in the next 48 hours for a video sample from each one of you for us to approve. The video needs to have some kind of audio for us to look at. The location, where are you going to be filming? It doesn't have to be your final location. It can be an example of the location that you're going to use. And like, make sure you have everything, the lighting and everything. And if you want to have a tripod or lighting or a mic, please reach out very soon. I will provide you with one in the next 24 hours. I think we're good to go. Good luck, you guys. You can do it. And I look forward to see all your videos and edit them. Much love.